Sea lions, masters of the marine realm, the astonishing biology behind nature's ocean acrobats. Imagine swimming in the cold Pacific waters. You feel something brush against your leg. You turn around, two massive eyes lock with yours. A sea lion, nearly as big as you, hovers just inches away. Unlike sharks that strike fear, these marine mammals often approach divers with puppy-like curiosity. This friendly behavior masks an extraordinary biological machine. Ancient Romans believed sea lions were half-human sea deities who could control ocean storms. The Mooch people of ancient Peru worshipped them as sacred beings who could communicate between worlds. Their significance spans cultures and time. But what makes these creatures truly remarkable is hidden beneath their playful exterior. When a sea lion dives deep, something incredible happens. Their heart slows from 80 beats per minute to just 10. Their blood vessels constrict, directing oxygen only to vital organs like the brain and heart. This profound adaptation allows them to dive as deep as 900 feet and stay underwater for nearly 20 minutes. Humans, by contrast, can barely manage 2 minutes without specialized training, and our hearts race rather than slow under stress. Dr. Sylvia Earle, legendary marine biologist, once observed a sea lion rescue a drowning diver off the Galapagos Islands. The animal recognized distress and physically pushed the human to the surface, demonstrating not just superior aquatic abilities, but remarkable intelligence. How does this creature's brain work? How has evolution crafted such a perfect ocean-dwelling mammal? The answers will challenge everything you thought you knew about marine life. Evolutionary biology of sea lions. The story of sea lions begins 50 million years ago. Early ancestors were four-legged land mammals similar to weasels or bears. Through incredible evolutionary shifts, they gradually returned to the ocean where their distinct ancestors had once left. This transition created numerous biological wonders not seen in fish. Unlike sharks, whose ancestors never left water, sea lions preserve mammalian traits while developing specializations for marine life. Their flippers evolved from legs, retaining the same bone structure as human hands, but reshaping dramatically for swimming efficiency. Compare this to turtles, whose flippers evolved independently but look remarkably similar. A perfect example of convergent evolution. The sea lion's thick blubber layer serves multiple functions. It provides insulation that whales and walruses also developed, but with different cellular structures. This blubber is 3 times more efficient at retaining heat than a polar bear's fur. Human divers would need 7mm thick neoprene wetsuits to match this insulation in cold waters. Professor Kelly Newman of the Marine Mammal Institute documented how sea lion pups develop swimming abilities within weeks of birth. Most land mammals take months to master basic mobility. Human babies need nearly a year to walk, but sea lion pups must quickly adapt or perish in the demanding ocean environment. The successful adaptation from land to sea makes these animals living textbooks on evolutionary biology, showcasing nature's remarkable ability to reshape existing structures for entirely new purposes. The biology of breath. One breath. For humans, it's a simple action we perform 20,000 times daily without thought. For sea lions, each breath represents an engineering feat that would make NASA scientists jealous. Their lungs can exchange 90% of contained air in a single breath, compared to just 15% for humans. This efficiency comes from uniquely structured lungs with more alveoli, tiny air sacs, where oxygen transfers occur. A sea lion has roughly 300 million alveoli, while humans have only 480 million, despite being much larger. When diving, sea lions exhale before submerging, a counterintuitive action that prevents nitrogen buildup in bloodstreams. This naturally prevents decompression sickness that human divers must carefully avoid. Their collapsible lungs also withstand immense pressure at depths that would crush human lungs. Compare this to dolphins, who can replace 80% of their lung air, or the emperor penguin that can dive for 20 minutes on a single breath. But sea lions have another trick. They store oxygen primarily in blood and muscle tissue rather than lungs. Their myoglobin levels, an oxygen-binding protein, are 10 times higher than humans, turning muscles into oxygen reservoirs. In 2019, researchers at Stanford Marine Station measured oxygen consumption in diving sea lions. They discovered these mammals can reduce oxygen use by 90% during dives by selectively shutting down non-essential organs. Humans attempting similar feats would suffer brain damage within minutes, as our bodies cannot redirect blood flow so precisely. The sea lion's breathing adaptations showcase nature's ingenuity in solving the fundamental challenge of marine mammal life: how to breathe air while living in water. Imagine hunting murky water where visibility extends only inches. For sea lions, this isn't a problem. Their sensory systems operate like advanced military technology, detecting prey through multiple channels simultaneously. Their whiskers, called vibrissae, can detect water movements as subtle as those created by a fish swimming by 180 feet away. Each whisker connects to over 1,000 nerve fibers, 10 times more than that of a cat's whiskers. These sensitive instruments can track prey even in complete darkness. Sea lion eyes contain a reflective layer called the tapetum lucidum, similar to cats but uniquely adapted for underwater vision. This structure amplifies available light by reflecting it back through the retina twice. They can see clearly in light conditions 10 times dimmer than humans can perceive. Additionally, their corneas have specialized proteins that correct distortion underwater, solving a problem that human divers need masks to overcome. Marine researcher Dr. Guido Deinhardt discovered sea lions can detect electrical fields generated by prey's muscle contractions. Sharks share this ability through ampules of Lorenzini, but sea lions develop this sense independently using their whiskers. Yellow perch fish can detect water movement but only within inches. Alligators have pressure sensors similar to sea lion whiskers but far less sensitive. Human technology still struggles to match these capabilities. Our best underwater sensors lack the sensitivity and compact size of sea lion sensory organs. Consider this. When a sea lion chases prey through swirling dark waters, its brain simultaneously processes information from whiskers detecting microcurrents, eyes gathering minimal light, and ears tracking subtle sounds. This sensory integration creates a complete picture of surroundings that would leave human divers blind and disorientated. The hydrodynamic body. Watch a sea lion twist, turn, and rocket through water. Their agility makes Olympic swimmers look awkward by comparison. This grace comes from millions of years of evolutionary fine-tuning that has created the perfect aquatic body. Their streamlined shape reduces drag by 80% compared to humans swimming. Long front flippers generate powerful forward thrust, while rear flippers act as rudders for precise steering. This configuration allows sea lions to reach speeds of 25 miles per hour, 3 times faster than Michael Phelps at his peak. The sea lion's body contains 35% skeletal muscle compared to humans' 42%, yet generates 5 times more propulsive force per pound. Why? Their muscle fibers align perfectly with movement direction and contain more fast-twitch fibers specialized for explosive action. Compare this design to other marine life. Tuna achieves similar speeds but must constantly swim to breathe. Dolphins match sea lion maneuverability but through different mechanisms. Vertical tail movement versus the sea lion's side-to-side propulsion. Sea otters share the sea lion's playful agility but can't match their diving abilities. Dr. Frank Fish, yes, that's his real name, at Westchester University, documented how sea lion flippers create vortices in water that actually reduce drag, similar to how eagles use wingtip vortices for efficient flight. Human-designed propellers and flippers can't yet replicate this effect. Even on land, where they appear clumsy, sea lions move with surprising speed. They can outpace a running human over short distances despite having no legs. Their modified hip structure allows them to rotate rear flippers forward for walking, something seals cannot do. This perfect blend of power, speed and control demonstrates nature's unparalleled ability to engineer the ultimate swimming machine. Thermal regulation. The North Pacific waters, where many sea lions live, hover around 50 degrees Fahrenheit, cold enough to kill an unprotected human within hours, yet sea lions frolic comfortably year-round. Their thermal regulation systems make polar bears look amateur. Their multi-layered blubber contains specialized fat cells that generate heat through a process called non-shivering thermogenesis. This same mechanism helps hibernating bears stay warm, but works constantly in sea lions. Just beneath the skin, an intricate network of blood vessels can either conserve heat or release it depending on needs. Sea lions employ countercurrent heat exchange. Blood vessels carrying warm blood from the heart run alongside vessels carrying cold blood from extremities. This transfers heat to incoming blood before it reaches vital organs, conserving body temperature with 97% efficiency. Human-designed heat exchangers typically manage only 70 to 80% efficiency. Compare this to emperor penguins who huddle together for warmth, or great white sharks that maintain slightly elevated body temperatures through specialized muscles. Sea lions surpass both with their ability to precisely control where and when heat escapes. Marine biologist Dr. Terry Williams discovered sea lions can selectively warm specific body regions when needed. Their flippers remain cool during normal swimming, but receive increased blood flow before high-speed chases. This targeted warming optimizes muscle performance exactly when needed without wasting energy. When sea lions rest on sunny shores, they look lazy. They're actually thermoregulating, exposing different body parts to sun or shade while controlling blood flow to maintain perfect temperature. This system keeps their core at 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit, regardless of environmental conditions, showcasing biological engineering far beyond human design capabilities. Intelligence and brain power. The sea lion brain weighs about 1 pound, just 2/3 the size of a human brain. Yet these animals display problem-solving abilities that challenge our understanding of intelligence. Their brain-to-body ratio exceeds most marine mammals except dolphins. The neocortex, the brain region responsible for complex thought, is highly developed. Sea lions can learn complex sequences of behaviors, recognize symbols, understand basic counting, and remember solutions to problems for years. At the Marine Mammal Center in California, researchers tested sea lion cognitive abilities. One subject, named Rio, could identify matching patterns from memory after seeing them for just seconds. This photographic memory surpasses most humans. In another study, sea lions demonstrated understanding of transitive inference. If A is related to B and B is related to C, then A is related to C, a form of logic previously thought limited to primates. Octopuses show impressive problem-solving, but lack the social learning sea lions exhibit. Wolves demonstrate similar social intelligence, but can't match sea lions' ability to understand abstract symbols. Even chimpanzees, our closest relatives, don't adapt to novel environments as rapidly as sea lions. Their complex vocalizations contain signature calls unique to individuals, similar to names. Young sea lions recognize their mother's call among thousands of similar-sounding adults. This vocal recognition system rivals human language processing, but evolved independently. Dr. Ronald Schusterman's landmark studies reveal sea lions can understand artificial languages with symbolic representations, demonstrating semantic comprehension previously thought unique to humans and great apes. One subject, Rocky, learned to associate more than 100 arbitrary symbols with specific objects and actions. This remarkable intelligence evolved in a radically different environment from humans, showing how nature has multiple paths to developing complex cognition. Social structures. On crowded breeding beaches, hundreds or thousands of sea lions gather in what looks like chaos. But hidden within this apparent disorder lies a sophisticated social system rivaling wolf packs or dolphin pods. Male sea lions establish territories through complex vocalizations and displays rather than just physical fights. This system reduces serious injuries while maintaining social order. Compare this to elephant seals, whose territorial battles often result in severe injuries or death. Sea lions evolved more sophisticated communication to minimize conflict while achieving the same evolutionary goals. Females form fluid social groups that provide protection for pups. Young sea lions gather in kindergartens, supervised by a few adults, allowing mothers to hunt efficiently. This cooperative childcare resembles elephant herds, but evolved independently. Humans developed similar systems, showing how social species converge on similar solutions. The hierarchical structure changes seasonally. During breeding, dominant males control prime territories. During non-breeding months, the society becomes more egalitarian, with females forming the stable core. This flexibility contrasts with more rigid primate social structures, but provides similar benefits. Marine biologist Dr. Sharon Mellin documented how sea lions' societies adjust during food shortages. When fish populations crashed near the Channel Islands in 2015, the community restructured. Older females led younger ones to new hunting grounds, while males expanded territories. This adaptive social response prevented population collapse. Communication occurs through at least 12 distinct vocalizations and numerous body postures. Mother-pup recognition involves complex exchanges that establish bonds within days of birth. These relationships last years, far longer than most marine mammals maintain parent-offspring connections. This intricate social fabric shows how complex societies evolved multiple times throughout the animal kingdom, each adapted to specific environmental challenges. Reproductive biology. The sandy beaches of California's coast transform each summer. Male sea lions arrive first, establishing territories through roaring contests and occasional combat. Females follow, each selecting mates based on territory quality and male displays. This mating system combines elements seen in both gorillas and peacocks, but with unique adaptations. Female sea lions exhibit delayed implantation. After fertilization, the embryo remains dormant for months before implanting in the uterus. This biological time delay synchronizes birth with optimal environment conditions. Polar bears share this adaptation, but for different seasonal challenges. Perhaps most remarkable is the mother's milk composition. Sea lion milk contains 35% fat, nearly 10 times richer than human milk. This supercharged nutrition allows pups to gain weight at astonishing rates, often 10 pounds weekly. A human baby growing at equivalent speed would gain 30 pounds monthly. The reproductive cycle includes another biological wonder. Females can simultaneously nurse one pup while carrying a developing embryo and potentially still caring for a yearling from a previous birth. This reproductive multitasking exceeds most mammal capabilities. Professor Robert DeLong's research revealed how sea lion DNA contains genes that allow extremely precise control of metabolism during pregnancy. This genetic programming ensures resources flow to either milk production or embryo development based on environmental conditions, a level of biological resource management that human medicine cannot replicate. Birth itself occurs on land, where pups must quickly develop waterproof coats. Within weeks, young sea lions enter water for swimming lessons. Compare this to dolphin calves born swimming or human infants requiring years of development. Sea lions balance these extremes with remarkable efficiency. This reproductive system showcases evolutionary compromises between marine and terrestrial life, creating unique solutions to the challenge of being marine mammals with terrestrial births. Conservation crossroads. The sea lion's incredible adaptations evolved over millions of years, yet their future hangs in balance. These biological marvels face modern threats their evolutionary toolkit can't counter. Rising ocean temperatures disrupt prey fish populations. The sea lion's specialized hunting techniques evolve for specific prey behaviors that change as waters warm. While tuna can simply follow migrating fish, sea lions remain tied to breeding beaches and limited ranges. Their highly developed brains make them vulnerable to domoic acid, a neurotoxin produced by algae blooms that intensify with ocean warming. This toxin affects sea lions similarly to Alzheimer's disease in humans, causing memory loss and brain damage. Their complex neural systems prove surprisingly fragile against this invisible threat. Commercial fishing removes millions of tons of prey species annually. Sea lions need approximately 5 to 8% of their body weight daily, around 40 pounds of fish for adult males. When fish populations decline, mothers cannot produce enough milk. Pup mortality increases dramatically, sometimes exceeding 80% during poor fishing years. Unlike generalist feeders like raccoons that thrive alongside humans, sea lions evolved as specialist predators. Their bodies cannot process alternative food sources efficiently. Specialized tooth structure, digestive systems, and hunting behaviors limit their adaptability to sudden ecological changes. Conservation biologist Dr. Francis Goulan documented how plastic pollution particularly impacts sea lions. Their whiskers often entangle in floating debris, and their curiosity leads them to investigate floating trash. What makes them successful hunters, intelligence and exploratory behavior, becomes a liability in garbage-filled seas. The very brain capacity that enables their complex societies make them vulnerable to environmental PCBs and mercury that concentrate in marine food chains. These neurotoxins accumulate in their large brains, causing cognitive impacts humans are only beginning to understand. The sea lion's plight demonstrates how even the most perfectly adapted species face unprecedented challenges in our rapidly changing world. What sea lions teach us. The sea lion represents more than fascinating biology. It embodies evolutionary lessons we're only beginning to understand. These animals demonstrate how life constantly reinvents itself, finding countless paths to solve similar problems. Their return to the ocean mirrors the evolutionary journey of whales, yet took a completely different path. While whales committed fully to aquatic life, sea lions maintained dual citizenship between land and sea. This middle ground created unique biological solutions found nowhere else in nature. The sea lion's brain evolved complex problem-solving and social intelligence entirely separate from the primate lineage that produced humans. This convergent evolution suggests intelligence may be an inevitable outcome. When animals face certain environmental challenges, raising profound questions about cognitive evolution throughout the universe. Their sensory systems detect information humans cannot perceive without technology. By studying how sea lions process these inputs, we've developed better underwater navigation systems and sensory aids for visually impaired people. Their whisker structure inspired new flow-sensing devices used in robotics and underwater exploration. Perhaps most importantly, sea lions demonstrate nature's remarkable ability to craft specialized adaptations from existing biological frameworks. Their flippers evolved from limbs similar to our arms, yet serve entirely different functions. Their lungs share our basic structure, but perform feats impossible for human physiology. The next time you see a sea lion gracefully arching through water or barking on coastal rocks, remember you're witnessing one of evolution's most successful experiments. These animals represent a masterclass in adaptation, a living testament to life's extraordinary ability to transform and thrive against overwhelming odds. In their continued survival or potential decline, we may learn our most important lesson: whether humans can adapt our behaviors to ensure such biological marvels continue swimming through Earth's oceans for millions more years.